Region 1 corresponds to the transpersonal and crown chakras, as it is where they are located. Region 1 corresponds to the spiritual plane and body. Highness is an attribute of spirit, as reflected in expressions such as a higher power, the higher self, and higher consciousness. The transpersonal and crown chakras primarily connect us with spirit. The highest finest plane is the spiritual plane. Region 1 corresponds to the spirit element. Highness is an attribute of spirit. The transpersonal and crown chakras primarily connect us with spirit. The spiritual plane and body consists of spirit. The highest finest element is spirit. Region 2 corresponds to the third eye chakra, as it is where it is located. Region 2 corresponds to the mental plane and body. The third eye chakra is the center primarily of higher mental faculties such as intuition, insight, and imagination. The brain relates primarily to the mind. Region 2 corresponds to the light element. Intelligent people are called brilliant and bright, which relate to light. The brain is the central organ of the nervous system, which functions through electrochemical processes, and electricity relates to light, which is a form of electromagnetic radiation, as both light and electricity are manifestations of electromagnetism, which is part of the reason optoelectronic devices collectively can directly interconvert light energy and electrical energy. For example, LEDs directly convert electrical energy into light energy through electroluminescence, while solar photovoltaic panels directly convert light energy into electrical energy through the photovoltaic effect. The eyes detect light, enabling vision. Region 3 corresponds to the throat and heart chakras, as it is where they are located. Region 3 corresponds to the emotional plane and body. The heart chakra is the center primarily of higher unitive emotions such as love and compassion, and fosters primarily emotional healing, harmony, and balance. Expressions such as breathtaking, hold your breath, a lump in your throat, a weight off your shoulders, get it off your chest, heartwarming, and many other heart-related expressions relate primarily to emotions. Region 3 corresponds to the air element. The ears detect sound waves in the air, enabling hearing. The nose detects odorant molecules in the air, enabling the sense of smell. The respiratory system, which includes the nose, throat, mouth, true vocal folds, and lungs, moves air into and out of the lungs, enabling external respiration, the simultaneous diffusion in the lungs of oxygen from the air into the blood and carbon dioxide from the blood into the air. The true vocal folds are adducted, vibrating as airflow from the lungs passes through the narrowed rhinoglottis, or the opening between the true vocal folds, producing the sound source for voice sounds, whereas the true vocal folds are abducted, allowing airflow to pass through the widened rhinoglottis without inducing vibration for voiceless sounds. Region 4 corresponds to the solar plexus chakra, as it is where it is located. Region 4 corresponds to the physical, energetic, or lower emotional plane and body. The solar plexus chakra is the center of lower egoic emotions that relate to personal power such as pride. Expressions such as a strong stomach, butterflies in your stomach, how the stomach for, and many other stomach-related expressions relate to lower emotions such as excitement. Region 4 corresponds to the water element. The liver processes blood, which is mostly water, produces and secretes bile, which is mostly water, and is a major source of lymph, which is mostly water. The spleen filters blood. The stomach, pancreas, and gallbladder release water-based fluids involved in digestion. The kidneys filter blood, regulate the body's fluid and electrolyte balance, and produce urine, which is mostly water. Region 5 corresponds to the sacral, root, and subpersonal chakras, as it is where they are located. Region 5 corresponds to the physical material plane and body. The sacral chakra governs physical pleasure. The root and subpersonal chakras primarily ground us to the physical material world. The lowest, densest plane is the physical material plane. Region 5 corresponds to the minerals or earth element. Nullness and sex relate to dirtiness and dirt. The root and subpersonal chakras ground us to the earth. The small intestine contains chyme, or partially digested food mixed with digestive secretions, which is the medium from which the small intestine absorbs nutrients, analogous to how soil is the substrate from which plant roots absorb nutrients. The uterus is the organ into which blastocysts implant, analogous to how soil is the substrate in which seeds are planted. The uterus supports the gestation of embryos and fetuses, analogous to how soil supports the germination of seeds.